Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Aisyah binti Kamarazaman.
There are three topics I will explain. First is the education issue of B40 students in rural schools. Second is the government effort in improving rural education. And third is the issue of public perception of the B40 group of students.
As we know, the B40 are the less able to dominate the pupil, especially in the rural areas. In early development of education in Malaysia, focus on urban school. School in the urban area provided with good equipment and complete, well-trained teacher and adequate resources. On the other hand, access to education for rural and inland is very limited. The issues of school education in rural areas. There are four issues. First, digital divide. Second, lack of trained teacher. Third, lack of infrastructure. And last, the transport system. Digital divide. It is undeniable that access to technology in rural areas is lower than in urban schools. Most rural schools have difficulty reaching out to technology and the internet. On the contrary, our current education plan places a lot of emphasis on technology. According to the study by researchers, one of the skills that must be mastered in teaching and learning 21st century is the information skill, media and technologies. Issue digital divide can lead to a bad situation if not handling properly and seriously start at the school level. Lack trained teacher. Rural school also lack trained and quality teacher, especially in mathematics and English subject. Most schools in rural area have to hire temporary teachers who have no exposure to teaching and learning season that are specific to a subject. Due to the lack of knowledge of the subject being taught, it will directly affect the performance of the students. Infrastructure. Meanwhile, for schools that do not have the infrastructure like computer and other teaching aids, teachers will have to use traditional chalk and talk during their teaching and learning season. This way of teaching will be boring to students. As the day go by, these students will lose interest in learning and their education attainment will decline. The transport system. Some rural areas, especially in Sarawak and Sabah, the transport system is not sophisticated and dangerous to ride, especially to children. Most students and teachers have to walk long distance daily to get to school. Existing transport equipment is also limited because the roads there are poorly maintained. Lack of transportation made it difficult for students to go to school. If students do not attend to school regularly, they will fall behind in their studies. Indirectly, they will lose interest and will not enjoy learning anymore. Before we proceed further, let's watch the footage provided.